Hello and welcome to a MMP video, and today we're looking at Super7's Ultimates Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Goldar, and this is for age 14 and up. Here is the outside box. Pretty standard stuff from Super7. And then we have this beautiful collector's box with a nice picture of Goldar, the gold monkey on the front. On the top, Ultimate 7. On the side, more Power Ranger stuff, and then Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back contains one figure with accessories. Yes, because we did not know that when we purchased that. If we gently lift that up, we have that classic picture of Goldar from I'm going to say season 2, because he has his wings. If you want to read about Goldar, you can pause the video there. He is an evil space monkey. He has a symbol there. And then around the front, we have the beautiful contents in this see-through plastic thing. Now, ironically, I've been saying all this time that they're not being environmentally friendly. However, Hasbro not done a complete U-turn. They are going to give us windows, but with sustainable products. So for those who do decide to try and recycle, they can recycle it, and it, I don't know, is a bit more environmentally friendly than plastic. So let's get Goldar out of his package and have a look. I'm quite excited for this one. All right, so I know that size and just having a quick look next to the Lightning Collection is perhaps important to people watching this video. So here it is next to Goldar. Now, original Lightning Collection Goldar, there's nothing wrong with him. Okay, you can argue the paint apps aren't the best paint apps, but I thought both releases were okay. They probably could have done one and given us wings like they've done with this one, like Super7 have. Instead of, you've almost brought two, which is almost the price of this, if you think about it logically. That has happened, believe me. But we do like a season 1 set of villains and the season 2 set of villains, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. However, here is the height, because now the other thing that I'm just going to bring in here is the monsters. Now, a lot of people have said that, well, they've done the monsters incorrect in terms of the Lightning Clay. I actually quite like the monsters bigger. Now, the thing is, you could never make Goldar bigger than Rita than Zed, because that would make it out-displayed. But it is a little bit frustrating. So you could, in theory, have this as your Goldar to go with your Finks, or if you've got a smaller Megazord, these little ones that they've been releasing in cassettes, and you want to do them big, find a Megazord, you could do that as well. So this does have its advantages. It is the same size as Finks. Obviously, Goldar is still small here, so you could do that. This could be that replacement if that's what you're looking for. Also, here he is next to Billy. Now, as much as I like the monsters being bigger than the Power Rangers, Goldar doesn't sit right being bigger than the other Rangers. So from that perspective, he doesn't fit in. But in terms of standing next to the monsters, he does fit in. So there we go. I'm sure we've all got our opinions on that. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. So let's start having a look at Goldar. So I've just brought out these. I will bring out Wing Goldar as well from LC, just so you can see that comparison when he's got his wings on. But at the moment we are looking at Season 1 Goldar. He has been stripped off his wings and is in sort of naughty territory. So the head sculpt looks absolutely fabulous. One thing I will say is I would be careful if you're with these little bits and this little bit here. I'm not sure how solid that is, but I'd be a little bit worried about him. Yeah, they've done a fabulous job in this paintwork. That sits a little bit better there. I've got the closed hands on. As you can see, I'll have to put the open hands on to hold the sword. It's got nice little boots there as you go round. And then you've got a nice little tail going on there, clipped in there to keep it hidden and protected when he's in battle mode. And then you've got where his wings were. He put these in, I guess, to keep them safe. Now, just so you're aware, I have seen people break the wings in this, so do be careful with that peg. I think I've mentioned it a few times on my videos that I have had my Tyrannosaurus Rex, which is a massive peg, break on me when I was just trying to pull it out, and I was trying to be really careful. So do be careful. There are ways around this. You can heat up the joints, maybe with a little hair dryer. Just give it a little bit just to make it a little bit softer, and perhaps just pop out a little bit easier without adding that extra pressure on him. So let's quickly look at articulation. Camera, let's zoom out a little bit. Sorry, I've got some actual clean clothes to put away that I haven't, as I always do. So the head can go all the way around, although that is a chore, and as you can see, it just pops off. So, and on that note, I'm actually just going to swap their heads. I might as well. There we go. We could just swap their heads. Just going to quickly do that off camera, because you never know with these things. There we go. That is on. Oh, look at that. Wow. That's a really nice head sculpt. That is. He is a monkey with a plan. Well, he didn't really have a plan, did he? Anyway, you do have these shoulder things, which do restrict that 360 movement there, but they sort of move up a little bit, but not enough for it to be effective. There is a swivel there. Now, mine feels very, very, very loose. Loosey-goosey there. Got a single joint there, which is not uncommon with 7s. Oh, my hands really pop out easy as well, which is nice to know. And that can go up and down, so I'm feeling a little bit of ease with these easy joints popping out, which make me feel a bit more comfortable. Let's hope the wings ones do the same. And he can do a little bit of the splits, He can pretty much almost go all the way there. There is movement on the ball joint there. There is a single there. There we go. And I'm not sure. There's movement there. And then there is a righty, a tighty, a lefty, an upsy, and downsy. I don't know what I was doing with righty and tighty. I was thinking I was screwing Sank in. So there we go. So there he is. And that was really nice and easy. Okay, so I put the putty morpher in his hand. Now it does come with 6 of these. And they do look very, very nice. So if you have your putties, you can do that scene where he is giving them their morphers. Remember, there was not one worthy of being read. So there is only... No, there is still 5. Yeah, that's why there's 5. Because the 6th one was destroyed. Because there was a Green Ranger against the others, etc. Now, he can hold his sword. However, I feel like the hand that I've chosen in this is very, very tight. But... as you can look there, there's some beautiful, beautiful artwork that looks absolutely fantastic. Let me just try it in the tighter hand. Maybe it holds a little bit better. Yeah, it seems a little bit better, but it's not exactly. You can see I've still got some movement there as well. The other accessory that he comes with is when he's got the Rangers give out their power coins because he had stolen their parents, and the Green Ranger had to come save them. Looks very, very nice there. And if you have the Green Ranger and you have a nice little stand, you can put this on with that and the green flute in front of it, perhaps, if you like. Entirely your decision. That is cool. So I'm going to go get the wings on very, very carefully, and we can have a little look at them. There we have it, folks. Disaster has struck again. I'm very disappointed. Now, these actually came out really, really nicely, very easy. I just twisted them a couple times and they popped out. This one, I gently moved the ball joint a couple times, just give it a bit more freedom, and I gently put it in there. When I went to do the same with this, I just gently nudged the ball joint backwards and forward, and it just snapped on me. This was the bit I was worried about, and this review was going so well. I kid you not, I was enjoying myself before. This is not going to go wrong, and it did go wrong. And this is another reason for these not being my cup of tea, because I'm not impressed with joints that break. I've had Lightning Collection Goldar for a couple years now, no issues whatsoever. This is on the more premium line. There should not be these issues. So very, very disappointed, very annoying. I'm going to reach out to Super7. Okay, so after my disaster that was Goldar's wings, I reached out to Super7, and they very kindly sent me out a new Goldar. So although I was disappointed about the breakage, it could be deemed as a blessing in disguise, because now I have one of each, so to speak. This figure is beautiful, and I really do not intend to keep Super7s. However, this one is very difficult to actually say, I actually like it a great deal, and it fits with the other space monsters as well in terms of size. So in theory, from that perspective, it actually works really, really well. Although he gulfs the Power Rangers, but he gulfs Rita and Zed, so that for me wouldn't be such a good idea. But how many people in Power have a henchman that is quite menacing behind him? That's what gives them power, having those people or creatures or monsters behind them, because they know if they're going to be messing with that big boss who gives the orders, they got to mess with that dude who is scary as hell. So I guess you could look at it from that perspective as well, if you want to. Obviously, you don't have to. So there we go. So I thought I'd put them together so you can see them both separately. But the wings look very, very nice. Once again, very beautiful detail. So I would err if when you get them, and I had one wing on this that I had to be really careful, because I thought that all that takes is a little bit too much pressure. That's going to snap. So just be very careful how you do this. Be very careful of how you take these out, because it could all end in disaster. The wings look beautiful. I love how the feathers are on there. It's nice and straight. There is no articulation with these. They are literally wings that you put straight on. Absolutely phenomenal. And then just going to bring in Lightning Collections, Goldar, and Wings, just so you've got a comparison to that line as well, so you can see the difference in size. And that is a massive difference. Look at that. He just gulfs that dwarf from the Lightning Collection. But I still like these guys. I'm still happy to have these little guys. But from this perspective, do you know what this really reminds me of is, and I never got one. I always wanted to. It reminds me of that 1993 where they used to release the space villains, and they were the same size as sort of the big monsters. The big Power Rangers. I think they were 8 inches, or I can't remember exactly. So, but I always had the 3.75 inches ones. So when I used to have, I always thought of these, wow, that would fight my Megazord. You know what I mean? That's always the way that I looked at that. And that's what this really reminds me of. It really reminds me of those first figures, etc. So anyway, I finally got around to finishing reviewing Wave 1 of Super7. And I'm not going to lie, it's been a sometimes stressful, in particular 2 figures. So 3 out of the 5 I had no issues with. 2 of them, I had pegs and that. So just be very careful in what you're doing with these figures. And I was careful, and I still got caught out. And it's not a good experience. But what is a good experience is I reached out to Super7, and they immediately gave me a replacement. I showed them a picture. I showed them where I got it from. It was nice and easy. No dramas. And I usually had a replacement within a few days of sending that in. So always be grateful for Super7. They've clearly acknowledged when things go wrong, and they clearly care about their customers to put it right, etc. So I will give them that, even though maybe they'll look at this line and say, we sort of messed up with this first wave. We can't afford to mess up with them, because they will have insurance and stuff. I'm not sure how that works, but if you're losing a lot of money on these premium figures, you're not going to want to release them. So they've got to make sure that Wave 2 is not going to do the same thing. So, and we do have similar figures. We have King Finks. King Finks, if I remember correctly, has wings. So that's automatically in par with this. We do have a Zord that has a bigger peg, I'm sure. I can't remember which Zord we have. Is it Dragon Zord with Wave 2? So it will be interesting to see if they're able to fix these in that time. So anyway, hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. Thank you to everybody that is subscribed to my channel. Really appreciate you folks a lot. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.